Okay, boys and girls, this is the challenge sheet for the lesson 4, where you're having to write the equation using a variable to fit a problem that's given to you. Now, as I've marked your work, I noticed that some of you are having a hard time coming up with a good equation. So I want to just review some of this first before I give you this challenge sheet to do. So this is a challenge sheet for this, using a variable to write an equation. I'll just go through this quick review. Sometimes we write an equation to help us solve a problem. Now, we use a letter variable to represent what we do not know. Here's an example. Sho spent 24 hours fishing this week. He fished for 6 hours each day. How many days did Sho go fishing? So this is where we're going to use the variable, because we don't know how many days he went fishing. That's what we have to find out. So we're going to let D represent the number of days that Sho went fishing. And here are two equations that we could write for that problem. We could say, okay, we know that 6 hours multiplied by the number of days fishing will give us the total number of hours he was fishing. So we can say 6 times D is 24. Or 6D equals 24. I should point out that when you put the variable right beside a number, it means multiply. So 6 with a D beside it is the same as saying 6 times D. Okay? When you put the variable right beside the number, it means multiply. Or you can just write the multiplication symbol. So this is one equation that we could write. 6 hours multiplied by the number of days will give us the 24 hours that he was fishing for. We know then in our mind that D has to equal 4. It's not asking us what D equals today, it's just asking us for the equation that we'd write. We could write the equation another way, and that's a second example that we have down here. The second thing is, we know that the number of days he was fishing equals the total number of hours divided by the 6 hours a day. So D, the number of days he was fishing, equals 24. That's the number of hours he was fishing altogether in that week, divided by the 6 hours a day. Or we could have written it like this way: 24 divided by 6 will give us a number of days. And again, we would know that D is going to equal 4. Now, what you're going to do in this activity is you're going to write an equation, okay? Write an equation for questions 1, 2, 3, there. And then on the following page, it says write 2 equations for each of these problems here, all right? And you don't have to worry about stretcher thinking. Don't do stretcher thinking for this activity. Before I set you off, let me do one with you. Let me do one for you. So Kiki caught 16 salmon, number 1 here. So she caught 16 salmon. She caught 7 on Tuesday and the rest on Thursday. How many did she catch on Thursday? This is what we don't know. This is what we're going to use. Our variable will have to represent Thursday. Okay, let's write an equation for that. She caught 16 salmon altogether. So altogether, she's going to have 16 salmon. She catches 7 on Tuesday plus the rest on Thursday. We don't know how many that is. That could be an equation that we could write for that answer. Now, you may have written it a different way. You could have said the 16 salmon that she caught is the number that she caught on Tuesday plus the number that she caught on Thursday. That would be correct as well. These are both fine. You could even say, look, she caught 16 salmon, and if I take away the number that she caught on Tuesday, I'll find out how many she caught on Thursday. That's correct as well. That makes sense. That makes sense. However, this doesn't make sense. T minus 7. Thursday take away 7 will give us our 16. No, that doesn't, no, because that would mean that we'd have to have this number being, 24. And there's, that doesn't work because you caught 16 altogether. So you have to have your math brain thinking when you do this. So try this challenge page, one equation for questions 2 and 3, and then 2 equations for the ones on the back here, 2 equations, and then have your parents take a picture, send it in to me, okay? Any problems, give us a call, and remember, there's no school on Friday and no school on Monday.